Welcome, bienvenido. This is Roxana for Metamorphosis Rocks, and let me make sure I say it again. Welcome, bienvenidos, just to make sure that the S sounds. Today, it's more tongue-in-cheek than anything else. It is a short video, and like the title says, we're going to talk about gray hair. Now, before we get into the gray hair thing, I want to make a statement about the irony that the hair looks really red here, but in real life it doesn't. Now, I did color my hair last night. I don't go to a salon. I'm not that bougie. I honestly had the hair color sitting in my bathroom for, well, it was there before we moved, so I'm going to say 4 months, okay? Loved the color on the package. Wasn't sure if I was going to love it in my hair. Actually, the way it looks here, it looks really cool. It doesn't look that cool in person. It looks kind of black with like a couple of strips of red. But anyway, here's the thing. And keep in mind that I am not here to bash anybody that has gray hair. On the contrary, from celebrities to people I know personally, there's a lot of people that rock the gray hair. Helen Mirren comes to mind. I love her hair. When I was growing up, my now husband, he has an uncle. His name is Uncle Tony, and Uncle Tony, for as long as I've known him, has had not gray, white, all the way around, and he has blue eyes. He's very much like light skinned, and he has the silver hair. Now, I was doing the count earlier before I started the video, and I realized that he must have been 40, maybe late 40s, early 40s, I don't know, or really early 50s when I met him, because I met him way before I married my husband, and in 12 days it's going to be 30 years. So, yeah, he's had the silver, we call him the silver fox in this house, for over 30 years, and he's always rocked it, and it looked great on him. I have a girlfriend, her name is Celeste. Her mom was a politician back in Puerto Rico, and for as long as I've known Celeste's mom, she's had the silver hair. Looks absolutely awesome. I have a friend, and this doesn't vary by color either. I have a friend who is African American, and I don't remember ever seeing her with dark color hair. I've always seen her with gray hair. But she's gray. She's not silver yet. She's totally gray. I mean, she doesn't have the white hair yet. It's silver. It's beautiful. I mean, it doesn't matter how she fixes her hair. It looks absolutely fantastic. I'm not that lucky. When I wear gray hair, I look like I'm lazy. Because, unfortunately, I have, and this is weird because I've had gray hair since I was 12. I have the thing that comes like through the front and through the like roots, but the rest of the hair stays brown. And it's not even a pretty brown. It's like a poo-poo brown. So it's not even pretty. So I've never, ever, ever, not even when I was young, not now that I'm older, I've never liked it. Now, when I was about, I want to say 8 or 9, the whole thing about highlighting came to be, and I remember in Puerto Rico they would call it, do you want the silver or the gold? And the silver, of course, was gray hair, and the gold was blonde hair. And I always favored the gold hair, the blonde hair. And in fact, there's a video previous to this one where I talk about the fact that most people went for the blonde ones, and that's why the gray was kind of phased off. Most people didn't do it. But I know people that have rocked that look too. I just don't like it. For me. Now, I would never tell somebody go and color your hair or don't color your hair. Unless they ask me, do you think I should color my hair? And I would say, yeah, sure, whatever. It's none of my business. But what I don't like is when people make me feel guilty about me coloring my own hair. Because first of all, it's none of your business. Second of all, it has nothing to do with age or vanity, because let's face it, I rarely wear makeup, so it's not about vanity. And third, what the hell? What does it matter? I mean, and I get it. The social media is supposed to be a young man's game, and I see Peter Mon talking on several videos about how people think he's old because he has gray hair. He's 45, people. He's not that old. He's younger than me. And he rocks the gray hair. I mean, he looks fantastic. I've seen pictures of him with dark hair and he looks beautiful. And I've seen him with gray hair and he looks beautiful too. So to me, it doesn't make any difference. He looks really good on either. I think that because the first time I ever saw him, he had the gray hair already. I'm used to that. And I think it looks good. But he actually rocks it. There's a lot of people out there that rock the gray hair. I just don't happen to be one. Plus, if you notice, and you'll see it across the pictures on Instagram, and that's better proof of this. I have never had the same hair color. I don't color my hair the same color I have, if that makes sense. Like I have pukey brown is my color. I don't know if that's even a color, but you know what I mean. I have brown. I have normal, everyday brown. And ever since I was 12, the first gray hair I found, I was 12, and somebody told me, if you pull it, more will come, and poop, I pulled it. It didn't work out that way, but I can't tell you if it was out of stress or out of diet or what was it, but by the time I was giving birth to my daughter, and that was a week after I gave birth to my daughter, I turned 25. So I was 24 at the time. I had tons of gray hair, but it was all spread out. So it's not like a little part here and a little, it didn't look right. So I started coloring my hair then. Now, when I was young, the in thing was to be blonde. So I tried to do everything to be blonde. It looked more like orange, to be honest, but we did. I had my hair colored professionally, I think 3 times, and 2 of them were with my brother, and he's no longer living, so it was a long time ago. But I love the idea that people can color their hair purple or pink or orange or green or blue or anything like that. I love that idea. However, until I have more gray hair, I really cannot do the pink, the blue, or the green, because that would require for somebody to actually strip my color from my hair that's still brown. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know that I want to make it gray intentionally. Let's put it that way. So I did that when I was 20 because I knew I could recover from it. I don't know that I want to do it again. So that's out. But here's the reason why I decided to make this silly video, and I said it was going to be short. It's 8 minutes already. I want to try to cap it at 10. The message that I'm trying to give you is that you should be able to rock your hair or rock whatever you want, however you want it. If you want to color it, color it. If you want to keep it natural, keep it natural. And nobody should be shaming anybody else for what they decide to do with their hair. Being older doesn't mean that I have to like the gray hair. I equate it with people that complain about plastic surgery. I personally don't think I'll ever have plastic surgery just because I'm a wuss and I don't like being knocked out cold and people messing with my no, it just sounds too painful. That doesn't mean that I don't think if somebody else wants to do it, they shouldn't do it. I'm all for you doing whatever you need to do to feel better. Now, do I think that a 15 or a 16-year-old should have plastic surgery? Probably not, because they might still be growing into their looks. I knew people that were, ugly when they were young, and they grew like in their 20s and 30s. I want to say that their face settled or whatever, and they became beautiful. And if you mess with it when you're 16, then it's not going to finish the job, okay? So I don't think, but I don't know that it's unless it's something like you're in a car accident or you have a situation with your nose where you have deviated septum and you have to have it and you might as well go ahead and do it. That I can understand. I'm not going to sit here and tell somebody that's 16 don't have the plastic surgery. But what I'm saying is, if you can wait, because there's a possibility that things might change and move around. in your 20s, and you'll be really hot, and you're messing with that if you have the surgery. But if you want to have it, have it. I mean, I'm just one person and one opinion. But what I'm trying to say is we should mind our own business, is what I'm trying to say. We should stop telling people what to do with their body, their face, their shape, their color, their whatever. Because this is why people are risking their lives to do stupid things that they shouldn't do, just because we keep shaming them. If you are overweight and you're happy with the weight you're in and medically you're fine, leave it alone. If you're super skinny and it's just, that's your DNA, and you're super skinny and you're happy and you're healthy, leave it alone. If you like purple hair and you want to wear purple hair, go rock it. We should, people that are minding everybody else's business are usually trying to keep themselves occupied so they don't mind their own. So stop minding everybody else's business, handle your own business, and be happy with who you are. That's the message for today. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.